Hey guys, so I wanted to make this video talking about solo travel, about some misconceptions, about some truths as well that you probably see online. It's easy to paint a rosy picture about solo travel where you're always having fun, you're always meeting people on the go as well. But as you actually solo travel, you might find things might be a bit different, and I found that out in my travels as well. So the first, I guess, misconception is that you'll be a bit lonely when you travel. So I found that if you're traveling and you're going to different countries and cities on your own, you're more likely to be okay with your own company and solitude as well. So yeah, personally, I haven't really found that when I've gone out to eat by myself. I've been okay, gone on a tour, gone on a river cruise as well. Of course, there's other people there as couples with their friends and etc. But I never really feel lonely per se. I'm there to sort of enjoy myself, explore a city, explore a country. So for me, it's not really an aspect or a feeling of loneliness. It's more just, oh yeah, I'm there. There are other people there as well. So it just happens to be on my own, but it's okay because I'm there. It's all travel anyway. And if you do want to meet people, of course you can do that, so I'll get onto that later as well. The second point really is that you'll make friends wherever you go and whatever you're doing. And this is a very, I guess, rosy picture of solo travel that you'll see quite a bit. So I traveled to X country or to X bunch of countries, say Southeast Asia. I met a bunch of people, my best friend now, I've known them for 4 or 5 years, etc. Again, this is all very possible, but it depends on how you travel. If you're staying in the hostel circuit, then yes, very likely you'll meet people very easily and make friends, enjoy and go have fun. But if you're staying in hotels, for instance, if you're staying in Western Europe, Northern Europe, Scandinavia, it's not necessarily that likely that you'll meet people that easily. And if you're not going out to actually meet people, if that's not your intention, then you probably won't either. My own travels, I haven't really gone out with the intention of meeting people, and it just hasn't happened for me like that. When I've stayed in hostels, I have met people, and yeah, so that can happen, but again, you have to be very intentional with what you do. You have to go out of your way to meet people. It doesn't just happen by magic. You're not just staying somewhere and, oh, yeah, you're a friend. Oh, you're a friend as well. So no, you have to sort of go out of your way, be very intentional with who you want to meet, what you want to do as well. And yeah, you kind of do have to go out of your way because you're there alone as well. So people will be there with friends and family, so you have to really make the effort. Nothing will fall into your lap. And even when you do meet people, it's great to sort of be aware of who you're meeting, especially in social situations. In a hostel, for instance, you never know someone's intentions, you never know what they want to do. Do they want to be a friend and travel the world with you, or do they want to sort of steal your identity, steal your wallet, and make an AID pic of you? I don't even know what people are doing nowadays. But yeah, it's just good to just be a bit wary of people sometimes here and there, and just, yeah, keep safe, keep your wits about you, I would say. And on to the next point, I would say the notion or idea that travel is, fun, sunshine, roses, it's perfect, there's never any mishaps, or at least that's a perception you can get from social media and from some certain social travel vloggers. So I would say, yeah, you have to take that with a grain of salt. There's a lot of editing that goes in there, a lot of behind the scenes stuff you won't see as well. Obviously, social media is a highlight reel. You want to show people your best experiences, the fun things. You're not going to show people when you're delayed or sad or angry or frustrated because your flight got delayed, or you got to the hotel and didn't look as advertised online or on Airbnb, or you had a tour that you were looking forward to and it's just ended up being rubbish, or the tour guide wasn't good. So yes, there's a lot of heavy lifting, I would say, when it comes to social media and portraying trips in a certain way. Just know that you can probably get delayed, your flight can get delayed, things can go wrong. It's not to say travel will always go wrong, but yes, things can go wrong here and there. So it's just a case of being ready for that, being prepared just in case, and making sure that doesn't sort of derail your entire trip. Because yeah, you can still have a great time, stuff can go maybe a bit wrong here and there, you might be a bit delayed, but again, just make sure that you're doing the core things that you want to achieve on this trip, and make sure that one little thing doesn't sort of derail the entire trip for you, especially if you're starting a solo travel. You don't want one thing to sort of ruin it for you from the offset, so just travel with that in mind. Yeah, because unfortunately accidents can happen, nature is a thing as well. Things are out of our control, we can't control the weather, so you never know what might happen. It might be a hurricane or a typhoon or who knows what, so these things can just happen from time to time and it can affect your trip and your travel. So yeah, it can be a great trip until a certain point, and then obviously it gets derailed. Knock on wood, hopefully that doesn't happen to you, but you never know. So yeah, just something to keep in mind. So to get onto some home truths about solo travel, I would say one is getting on to the idea that solo travel is entirely one thing or it's entirely another thing. So by that I mean people that must say solo travel, oh, it's so boring, you're there on your own, what you can do, like you can talk to yourself, you're gonna have dinner with yourself, how can you do that because it's so boring, it's just you. And I would say, well, it really depends on what you're traveling for, what's the nature of the trip, what's the sort of the aim of the trip as well. Is it to do a very cultural thing, to see museums, to see art galleries, etc., see landmarks? Is it to sort of party, to go in hostels and meet people? So your trip really depends on you. Your itinerary is your own. It's something you've created. So your trip entirely depends on what you want to do and how you want to do it. Really, it's as fun as boring as you make it. So if you want to go and have fun and party and go to hostels, go on pub crawls, you can do that. If you want a more cultural trip and to relax and to enjoy history, you can do that as well. Go to art galleries. So it really depends on you and what you really want to do, I would say. Yeah, so really up to you. That's the joy of solo travel. It's completely down to you. Another thing I would say, this is the truth for sure, that you will pay more. So as a solo traveler, you will be paying more for hotels, for food, for drinks, etc. If you're with a partner or with a friend or someone else, be halving the costs usually, or splitting it by 3 or 4 or more people. So yeah, unfortunately you will pay more for things, but I guess that's just one of the things you have to take with solo travel. You will pay a bit more, but you get the ultimate freedom of choice of doing whatever you want whenever you want to. So that's just one small drawback of solo travel, unfortunately. But yes, you will be paying more as well. And I would say probably yes, the last one is an interesting one. I would say there is an aspect of loneliness, quote unquote. So even the most experienced solo traveler, someone that loves traveling, loves solitude, and loves being alone, I guess every now and then you might feel a little bit lonely. I would say maybe with a dinner. I know if it's a romantic evening, in Paris or Venice or something like that, you might think, oh, you know what? Yeah, it would be nice to be with someone, be with a friend or be with a partner. But yeah, even for most experienced travelers, I'm sure that you've had that in the back of your mind, or a thought has come across you some point in time. But yeah, I mean, you get over that pretty quickly. But I mean, it's hard to really escape that, to be honest. I mean, when you're seeing friends and groups and partners all together enjoying themselves, it's not that you want that per se, but you may get in the back of your mind, oh, it would be nice to be here with someone as well. So that's something you can't really ever escape, I found. But yeah, you'll still enjoy yourself, you'll still have a great trip, you'll still have a good time. But yes, you will be reminded that, oh yeah, I am alone in this country, this foreign country that's hundreds or thousands of miles from home. So yeah, that is something to keep in mind. But yeah, power on solo travelers. I know that doesn't really affect us. We want to keep traveling anyway, see the world. And yeah, being on our own doesn't really put us off. Otherwise, we just would stop. Yeah, so yeah, those are the topics I wanted to cover today about solo travel. It's one of those things when people can tell you so much about it, but honestly, until you just get out there and experience it and live it for yourself, you can't really know what it's like. So yeah, just get out there and solo travel. If you're curious, you'll find out the ups, the downs, and everything in between as well when you actually do it for yourself. And yeah, don't trust all these social media people telling you about solo travel is X, Y, or Z. You've got to really live it for yourself. So yeah, until next time, happy travels, guys.